Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It is Sunday, June 23rd. Again, we begin this half hour by taking a look at those powerful storms which moved through southern Wisconsin last night. To set things up, we have a look at some time-lapse footage from our Skycam in downtown Madison, showing the storms moving in, bringing with it a lot of rain. And as you can see, the view completely overtaken at points by this storm. Those storms moved out of Madison into eastern Dane County to the village of Marshall, and that's where our meteorologists believe a tornado could have possibly touched down. This is video from Lori Turner out of Marshall. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington says that the flashes you are seeing are not lightning, but instead are power flashes, and that's light caused by arcing electrical discharges, likely coming from power lines. And we are seeing many power outages still being reported by Alliant Energy along with other utilities across southern Wisconsin. At last check on Alliant before we came on air this morning, there were about 11,000 customers without power, mostly in Walworth County near Delavan and Lake Geneva. Rock County at this hour seeing a little more than about 1,000 in the dark. And this morning, undoubtedly, people are going to be waking up to damage across southern Wisconsin as the full magnitude of these storms comes to light. And this is a live look at the Grant County Courthouse Square in Lancaster. Grant County itself saw 2 tornado warnings last night, but this morning, things are looking just fine there. Continuing on of our coverage of last night's storms in Columbia County, sheriff's officials are warning drivers to be aware of high waters over the roadway. This photo here was taken after the storms passed through. Deputies say drivers should also be aware there might be potential mudslides in the Lodi area and throughout other areas in the county. They remind drivers to please turn around if you do see water over the roadways. Now, Saturday's storms were not just isolated to one area. This was widespread. South of Janesville, there are reports of significant damage to structures and infrastructure. The city of Janesville is working this morning to help out those affected by the weather. This is in collaboration with the Salvation Army of Rock County and the Hale Williams County Resource Center. They are offering transportation and additional services to anyone impacted. And of course, those in need can get help at either location. Right now, cleanup is underway in Argyle. This after a possible tornado destroyed Apple Grove Lutheran Church. Our Andrew Banster has details on the damage seen there.
We are here at the site of Apple Grove Lutheran Church, just west of Argyle, and a suspected tornado, our first warn weather teams think such, has leveled what was Apple Grove Lutheran Church. As I step away and show you, this was the front steps, we believe, and the entrance into the church. Basically, the whole building leveled. What stands, you can see, is a small structure just off to the right, but surrounding it, debris everywhere. I stepped over and I just saw a pew in front of me. There was a Bible just sitting on the ground. When you go back behind the church, there's a cemetery of which the gravestones were leveled all over the place, some of them still intact. I did speak with a gentleman who grew up here his entire life. He lives just down the road. He said that he was safe and so was his house, but was talking to his sisters who were baptized in this church, married in this church, and the pain can be summed up in a couple words. As he said, this just sucks. It's really hard to imagine, and a striking picture as even some of the church was blown across the street by this major storm. A really, really scary sight here just west of Argyle, and one we're thinking of everybody involved. Now, the pastor did post on Facebook saying that everybody is still safe, but you just can't imagine the damage, especially for the people that are waking up this morning planning to go to church. We'll have more coverage from the storm damage all day long, but for now, in Argyle, Andrew Banstrud, News 3 Now.
Andrew, thank you. And we have learned there will be a service at the church this morning at 10, and we will have a crew there and bring you more as the church and community look to rebuild in our later newscast.